Good morning, Foxers. Good morning. Do we want soft talking or do we want whispers today? Your guys' choice. Whoever calls it first gets it. Your choice, your choice. Good morning, Dama. Good morning, Nick. Good morning, Seggy. How are we doing this morning? Because I'm at my parents' place, I actually have a lot more things I can use for triggers than usual. So we will be doing, this is our first ASMR stream ever. I don't know what I'm talking about. Of course, every trigger we'll be doing is new. On that note, something I'd like to do is put more things we can use for like the more specific ASMR triggers on Throne. So if you have any requests for things I don't already own, feel free to go to my Throne, !Throne, and there's an option to suggest things. Suggest gifts. So if you could go there and suggest gifts to me that you think would make good ASMR instruments, so to say, I would appreciate that. You don't have to buy them to suggest them. It's just like so that it can be on the list for future consideration. That's all that is. Okay. Good morning, good morning, Melkor. Good morning, Golden Helm. How is everyone doing this morning? Renko, yeah. I'm sorry. I wanted it. So originally I did have like Renna ASMR, but then I swapped the channel names and it's still reserved. I will eventually fix that so that it's Renna ASMR, but you just need to wait for stuff to fix itself. Good morning, everyone. How are you doing this morning? Oh, a knife? A knife? I don't want to use a knife for ASMR. That sounds dangerous. I'd hurt myself. I'm very clumsy. Good, I'll finally be able to go to bed. I stayed up to fix my sleep schedule. Perfect. Right on time. Except my mother fox is so true. Good morning, Patty. How are you doing today? So we have lots of things we could do, actually. I managed to find so many like unique trigger items that I'm just kind of like, where do I start, actually? Good morning, Bean. Ready to start work the right way? Hell yeah. I hope you're doing well. Just starting up the workday? Perfect. As, for the first time ever, it's the Friday, so we will be doing ASMR every Friday at 8 a.m. Eastern. I just think it's comfy. I think it's a comfy time. That's why. So, we'll save the lotion for later because I hear lotion is a sound that a lot of people like. Maybe we will do. Okay, your guys' choice. First person who says it gets it. Do we want soft plastic crinklies? Do we want head pats? Do we want jingly keychain? Other soft head pats, plushy head pats. I think I have something else too. And hairbrush brushing hair, or touching hairbrush, I guess. Depends. Is there something else? If it is, I put it somewhere I don't see. Head pats. How's the fox lady doing? I'm doing good. I am thinking about getting some pita pit after this stream, to be honest with you. Because it should end around when they open. What about a wooden spoon? I don't own one. I do not own one. Or I guess there's like one for cooking, but man, I'm not going to steal that from the kitchen. That's rude. Good morning, Lizantha. How are you doing this morning? Good morning, Tay. How are you doing? You also want head pats? Okay. Now all I can think of is the jingle to keep attention. That was kind of the idea. I was like, ooh, wait, I have a bunch of keychains here. I bet I can find one with a nice jingle. Stim toy poppers, I can hear the sound all day. I do not own those, so those would be like a thing that needs to be suggested on Throne so we can like have it for the future. So good morning, Kiss and Sawyer. How are you doing today? Oh, sorry, Kiss and Joy are 420. My apologies. You know what? This wig is looking a little dirty and sus in some parts, so I'm gonna grab the plushie because it's clean, and I'm just gonna quickly move the wig away because the dirty parts are sussing me out a little. I don't want to catch an STD from touching its head. Okay. Okay. But here, this is just so you have like a visual image. This is a cute little cinema roll plushie. He's wearing a blue rabbit suit with a pink ribbon on top. It is very cute. I think this is like a special Easter plushie. Let me... There. You'll have to let me know how well the sound comes out. If it's not, I have another plushie I can try, or I can go back to the sussy wig. It's just not ideal because it looks a little gross. Good morning, Percy. How was your morning run? Froggy in the throne. Yeah, we got the frog Guiro on throne. Just so you know what the morning beats are, it is, for the first time, relaxing Nier Automata, or no, just Nier series music. Very, very chill. Very good, very easy. Didn't you do more than yesterday? You're so cracked. What the fuck? Good morning, Suni. How are you doing this morning? Let's move you over here. Oh yeah, and he has some little, like, fairy wings on the back. Very cute. Very cute. Oh, I meant to bring down a little bowl of chips because my stomach's a little empty and I just wanted like a little something. Oh, but I forgot. Oh well, that's okay. Maybe next Friday. What was the girl breakfast today? Look, when Mr. Kosaka isn't here, I have a hard time keeping up with the girl breakfast. So I didn't have one. I just had my meal replacement and then nothing else. But I am very hungry. I should have got a little bowl of chippies. Oh well. Oh well. I did mean to bring one down, but I completely forgot, and I just grabbed the water instead. Man, that sounds insufficient. Coral, please. So, I normally have something around like 10 my time. So it's kind of like an early lunch fist. So it's usually not a big deal. It's just I'm like a little extra hungry this morning, that's all. Fun story. Yesterday for dinner, Mama Kosaka tried to make pot roast, and it turned out decent, but she's always been like this, where she's paranoid to undercook meat and like give us all food poisoning, but especially now because pregante. So she overcooked the pot roast a bit, and she came down. She was just like, "Dinner is ready," with this really depressed face, and I was like, "What happened? Did you overcook it?" And then she was like, "Yeah, I'll make you something else if you want." I was just like, "Okay, well let me try first." It wasn't that bad. But it was definitely a little tougher than it needed to be. But it was still good. Definitely not as bad as it used to be. Brunch maybe, yeah. Still so sweet, yeah. The other day, she made some garlic bread, but she made 2 batches of garlic bread because the first one she accidentally forgot about, and it was like a little burnt, and then she was just like, "Oh, I can't feed you that." So I made this second batch, so then she made like 6 pieces of garlic bread total. It was just like, Mom, Mom, please. That's ridiculous. I will not be poisoned by slightly toasted garlic bread. Double garlic bread is a wonderful problem to have. True, though. Photosynthesis, the ultimate girl breakfast. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Good morning. How are you doing? I don't even know what I should call you because your name isn't a name. It's just an X in a box. I'm just going to call you Yes. I'm just going to call you Yes. Vampire preventatives. True. True. Good morning, Shelby. How are you doing this morning? Homework? Oh no, not homework. I hate homework. Good morning, Derpy. How are you doing this morning? Oh, thank you for the biddies. The biddies for the giant emote. I always forget that's the thing. Good morning, Riker. How are you doing this morning? Fine with you? Okay. That was the best I could come up with because X doesn't feel correct. Because you don't just have an X there, you have a box. You know? Good morning, Ion. How are you doing this morning? I'm doing good, just a little hunky, but that's okay. I'll get some like pita pit or something after this. Good morning, doing alright. Just getting ready for work. How are you? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Hope everything with work is going well with you. Okay, let's do something else. Mainly because patting it, even though it's soft, is starting to get a little irritating for me. I will give you the Jinglies, I think. Peter Pitt mentioned. I can't escape it. It is so good. It is so good. Oh no, my noise cancelling headphones actually make it really hard for me to tell how well the sound is going through. Uh-oh. My third breakfast? You've eaten two? You've eaten two other breakfasts today? I can respect splitting them up. I can respect that. My third breakfast was yogurt, oats, and a protein shake, the breakfast of champions. That sounds very healthy. What was the other two breakfasts? Pita bread? It's a restaurant called Pita Pit. And you can get stuff like wrapped in a pita and it's real good. It's real good. I started this new job a few months ago. I'm loving it so far. I get to judge people and get paid for it. It's like the opposite of being a VTuber. Pita Pit sponsor her now. God, I wish. I wish. They would never like me because I have a potty mouth. If anyone deserves 3 breakfasts, it's Percy. That's true. That's true. I just want to know what the other 2 were. It sounds so good. It is. My favorite is the buffalo chicken pita. It's like full of vegetables and chicken. I like to get a small extra meat because the buffalo chicken, whatever they do to it, tastes so good. And like ranch, and it's good. And I think there's also hot sauce, like separate from the buffalo chicken. Protein shake and beans and hot dogs, and then a protein shake and a banana before I ran. Do we need to say the hot dog thing again? Percy, please. Percy, please, not the hot dogs. Not the hot dogs. Not the hot dogs. Good morning, Lord Risen Wolf. How are you doing this morning? I approve of the rest, but the hot dogs are not good for you. I don't want you to be losing 3 minutes off of your life for each hot dog you eat. That's sad. That's sad. Not my foxers. Too much poop and piss. True, though. I judge people as a PNC tuber now, too, so it works for me. Fair enough. Fair enough. This is a good jingling. Good. We jingle and we tinkle, and that's how we like it. What's the little jingly sound? It is a little elephant keychain with like some baubles and bells hanging off of it. I think this was a gift from my aunt at some point. I don't remember where she went, but it was like a gift she got, like a souvenir from somewhere she went. Little jingle and bit of bingle, true. I also had some blueberry cobbler. That sounds tasty. I'm not the biggest fan of blueberries, but cobbler is pretty good. I'm a little tired, but it's 2 p.m. here and I need to stay awake, so maybe it was a mistake to watch now, but I'm going to do it anyway. Very brave. Very brave. Good morning, Pop. How are you doing this morning? Renna's aunt left for good. She doesn't know where she went. No, she's back. She's back. I saw her last month, actually, and she was telling me about a pregnant squirrel living in her backyard. So, in America, squirrels are fucking everywhere, and you see them everywhere, and they're huge. Unfortunately, you also see them dead on the side of the road a lot, too, just because there's so many of them, and they have trouble, like, getting around. They'll just, like, run across roads in front of cars, and it's very sad. But in Canada, you, like, rarely see squirrels. They're, like, secret agents or spies or something. So actually, since I've been back home, I've seen exactly one squirrel. One. It was, like 5:30 or 6 a.m. It was, like, climbing a tree or a power line or something. They're much more sneaky and small, those Canadian squirrels. So I'm impressed that she knows that she has like a pregnant squirrel in her backyard, because they're sneaky. They're sneaky. Holy magic, she came back by magic. Perhaps. More squirrels invaded ours and now they're a problem. It was probably those American squirrels, because holy shit, is there a lot of them. Like where I used to live in the US, you would just see them everywhere. You drive 2 inches out of the driveway and there's like 50 squirrels. You just see them and you're just like, oh my god, what are they doing? Squirreling around. Good morning, Black Knight. 4 a.m. for you and you have work at 8. Oh no, did something wake you up? That sucks. Simp, squirrel in my pants. That's concerning. There's better environments for the squirrel to live in, I promise. Pants, not ideal. It's true that crotches are pretty warm. Come on. Yeah, red squirrels are native here, and gray squirrels got introduced from North America. Now it's really hard for the reds to get enough food. Aww. Aww. We actually have some red squirrels in North America as well, and they're so tiny. Poor little babies. Our fat American gray squirrels are starving them out. That's awful. Gotta go now, though, because, commute to work. Alright. Have a good day at work, Riker. Safe trip. It's probably more efficient if I jingle it like this than holding it by the actual keychain. Yeah, since there's more people in than earlier, exclamation mark thrown if you want to suggest any items for triggers that I do not own. To suggest an item, you do not have to buy it. You do not have to buy it. There's just an option to suggest items to go on the list. Feel free to use that option for ASMR items. The only one I could think of off the top of my head was like the frog guiro, the little instrument thingy. I think I want to put some like slime on there too, if I remember after stream. But other than that, if you ever have any suggestions for triggers, feel free to just suggest them there, and I will add them. Would jingling something in front of a fox work? I mean, I'm doing that to myself right now. But if you mean, would the fox play with it? Yes, probably, actually. You know, one of the cutest things I've ever seen was me and my husband were like driving down this kind of not really country road that leads back into civilization. Like, it's right between the country and civilization. And the most adorable fox just hopped out of the tall grass, hopped across the road, and then hopped through the next field, just hopping the whole way. It was like the cutest thing I've ever fucking seen. No animal should be allowed to be that cute. He wasn't running, he wasn't walking, it was a hop. The whole way. I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck, honey? Look at that. What the fuck? I was losing my shit. Good morning, Ezekiel. How are you doing this morning? No, I am not. I can neither confirm nor deny that I am an Uma. That is fair. That is fair. They could be part horse, but you never know. You never know. Some people are just that powerful, and I think Percy might be one of them. In my random perusing of the internet, I've discovered that Nyx is in My Little Pony, and I only know Nyx from Persona 3. I know what you're talking about, but I think Nyx is like a Greek goddess. I think of the underworld, but don't quote me on that. I'm not super informed about like mythology and stuff. And I learned that from Hades. You know, something along those lines. You know who I bet knows? Probably Percy. Percy seems to know a lot of random things like that. Okay, let's try. Okay, let me know how this sounds, because plastic is one of those sounds that sounds very different when you're listening to it live versus through a microphone. Okay, so if this is too intense, let me know, but to me this sounds very soft and gentle. So like, this is a very light plastic, but if it's too much, just scream at me and I'll stop. Okay. She's the goddess of the night. Okay. The goddess of the night. She was one of the first beings to exist alongside chaos. See? No, my second guess was that Patty would know, but I didn't say that. But I'm not surprised that they both know. Do you think I'm getting microplastics from touching it? How are you doing, Fatster? How are you doing? Sounds like really dry leaves or grass. I was afraid it'd sound really intense, but it sounds alright to me. Okay. Crinkly is fine. Crinkly is fine. Microplastics are stored in the balls. Stored in the chesticles. Just getting started with work today. That's fair and valid. But you know what we like more than work? Not working. And then Hypnos and Thanatos, and then Zeus and Hades. I would have thought Zeus and Hades came like higher in the list than that, but that. I'd love to just skip past work today. You know what? There was this old movie called Click, I think, and it's about a guy who finds like a remote control, like a TV remote, that lets him just get past parts of his life. And then he kind of gets like addicted to it, and he ends up like skipping like 20 plus years of his life, and he realizes that he missed so much. But I can't help but think, wow, I wish we had a remote like that where I could just like skip a week, you know, to get to the next part when I'm feeling really impatient. But then I think of that movie and I'm just like, fuck. I've seen that. It's kind of a sad movie. I do think he manages to correct things, but like that part made me very sad. Click? Yeah, something like that. Zeus was the youngest of the siblings. I did not know that. I did not know that. Olympian gods are actually quite late in the timeline because they were all born from the Titans. That makes sense. That makes sense. The only mythologies I truly know are Wings of Fire, Warrior Cats, Pokemon, and that's about it. I like that. I used to read Warrior Cats. I think I mostly just read it in like middle school, but yeah. More interesting than like the in-game lore is the real world lore of Warrior Cats. That shit's wild. Because they use like a singular ghostwriting name for it, and it's like 20 people. People don't like that. Itchy. Just a second. There we go. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to poke you. One of my favorite Tumblr accounts is this a valid warrior cat? Amazing. Is that like whether or not they're canon? Walking through grass experience. Yeah, I bet. No, kind of does sound like that. Kind of does. Kind of does. You would also be surprised how interested people are in like the ethics of warrior cats. Not like, oh, there's humans pitting them against each other in illegal cat fights. No, that's not what that's about. It's about a bunch of like sentient cats who can like talk to each other and have like their own culture and stuff. But there's people like debating like the age gaps between the cats and stuff, and it's kind of crazy, Like, I get it, but they're cats. They're cats. The same things don't apply. It's a little strange. I mean, I get it to an extent, but just feels a little strange. You know, they just go around finding valid warrior cat names to post, even if they're not real ones. Oh, that's amazing. Fun fact: Garfield could work as a warrior cat name. I did not know that. I don't walk on grass enough to know. Look, make sure to bring baby Tom out for lots of walks, so that at least he can know. All right. Let's do some lotion. I haven't been using this, so I probably need it anyways. Okay. I might need a little more for this. We may be failures as adults, but we needn't pass it on to our children. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. Hope that sound is coming through, because I can't really hear anything, but that might just be the noise canceling. My Sunday training is going to be kind of brutal, but I shall be making chicken croquettes afterwards. So ooh, chicken croquettes, that sounds yummy. I've never had a croquette, but they look so good, so crispy. How early does Kosaka Jr. get to play gacha games? I somehow doubt Mr. Kosaka will permit that. like ever. You'll just point at me and say, look at your mom, you don't want to be like that. And it'll work. 6 months old, no. I can't hear it very well. Maybe that's just me. It did just kind of dry up. Just a second. I need some more water. Okay. Oops, now my hand's all wet. That's not great. That's okay. Okay. Let him do the pulse. No, he'll get addicted. Maybe I need like a... Oh, this is pretty thick lotion actually. I don't know. 3.2 kilometer tempo run, and then 5 800-meter sprints with 1, 3, and 5 going as fast as I can, with 2 and 4 going slower pace, doing this 2 or 3 times. That's crazy. That's crazy. What the fuck? So how's this adulting business? Just joined it a few months ago. I prefer... This may be controversial, but I am much happier as an adult versus as like a teenager or kid. Like, yeah, it's rough. It's rough learning things, learning how to deal with shit on your own, and taking on more responsibility. But this is just my opinion, because I had some, experiences when I was younger. But there's no feeling as good as having control over your life and not needing to feel like helpless in situations, because when you're a kid, when you're a teenager, you have to rely on schools and the adults around you to take care of things. But when you're an adult, that responsibility is now yours. So if you don't like how they were handling things, you can now handle it yourself however you want. If you don't think they were doing good enough, you can do better. You can do better than them. Being an adult and being able to make your own choices is far superior. That's what I say. Being an adult can be rough, but the fun thing is if you don't have kids, you're an adult with adult money that you can spend on yourself. That's also true. The responsibility comes with more choices. Yeah, it does. I know some people really like being young and not having to make difficult decisions for themselves, which is fair. But for me, it's peak. It's peak. I like the freedom. I like being my own person and making my own choices. I'll be taking a 2 or 3 minute break between sets. That's probably for the best. More plushies? Yeah, you can buy as many plushies as you want and no one can say anything. Or if they try to, you just be like, no, fuck you. I just remembered I have an 8 to 4 shift doing the most boring part of my job, and I have ADHD and I do have meds, so well, I'm glad you have the meds, because if I was doing a long shift with no ADHD meds and I had ADHD, that would probably be pretty awful. Real talk, I would not be surprised if I have like undiagnosed ADHD or something. I find it very difficult to focus on things that I'm not interested in. Like it's hell. It's actual hell. Trying not to... Stupid condensation on the water bottle because I didn't grab like a warm one. Trying not to get water on the 3DO. That wasn't very, very thoughtful of me. Oh god. Trying to rest my arms on the desk, but because I lotioned them up, they're just kind of sliding down. That's okay. Poor 3DO-kun. I didn't mean it. I have hyperactivity, but that shouldn't be surprising. That explains all the running. You can't be contained. Luckily, after tomorrow, I'll have a week and a little of rehearsal plus 3 performances of a theater show. I help with Lotion and Strike. I enjoy it. That sounds fun. That sounds really fun. That sounds really fun. I'm just gonna wipe the condensation off on my leg first. Tea or coffee? I am definitely a coffee person. I don't really like tea outside of iced tea, but I like sugary coffee drinks best. Like iced coffees and iced caps from Tim Hortons. Those are my main two bitches. Unfortunately, I'm off caffeine at the moment, and the only place I could get the decaf iced coffees was from like Dunkin', so I'm actually very sad. But oh well, that's okay. I'm just feeling a little deprived, but that's fine. I'll survive. I can't even focus on the things I am interested in. Ooh, that's gotta suck. That's gotta suck. Can't tell, you over explain and overshare a lot. That's fine and valid. That's fine and valid. Sometimes I do that too. And also, I know this is always controversial when I say it, but matcha tastes like grass clippings and I hate it. I hate it. Don't like matcha, don't like green tea. I think they taste like crap. And yes, I've given matcha multiple tries. Multiple tries. It always tastes like grass and or dirt to me. Flat white with 1 pump of vanilla or a caramel macchiato or coated. That sounds pretty good actually. That does sound good. On its own, yes, with sugar it's better. True. Like I will still drink like regular ass coffee if that's all there is, but I like my sugary taste. It does. I tried a matcha boba and it just tasted like grass. I'm so glad you agree with me. I'm so glad you agree with me. So many people are just like, matcha is the best thing ever. It's so goated. And I'm just like, are we drinking the same thing? I feel like I've tried it so many times because I was worried I was going crazy. But just every time it just tastes like grass. And I'm sure it's not like a cilantro thing where it tastes like grass to some people and not. So it's just that they happen to like the earthy grass taste. Which I mean, respect. Some of us ate glue in kindergarten, not me, but you know how we. I'm just teasing. I'm not serious. I'm subbing now for the matcha slander. I like the bitterness. That's fair and valid. Valid, you need to dump copious amounts of sugar to make it taste good. I don't hate the taste of regular ass coffee with just like a bit of cream. I just much prefer the delicious ones that taste full of sugar. Funnily enough, I'm not actually a huge sugar person. I prefer like savory foods, but I mean, I also just like something sweet in the morning, I think. Beg your pardon, eating glue. I thought eating sand was standard. Both is true. Both is true, and they might even make like a little fake cake out of sand and glue. Very disgusting. Actually, could be because the matcha is burned by the water. Possible. I don't know the specifics of how they make it. But you said mods are like grass clippings to Chucky said. No, I would never say that about my mods. They work very hard. We love the Foxer mods. Can confirm I taste like grass. You taste like grass? Okay, whatever you say. Tried matcha frappe. Was too grassy, then boba. I ain't used to boba in the drink. Boba is good, but I do find that it can take people 2 or 3 times to get used to the balls in their mouth. Like, you order a drink and you expect a drink, you don't expect a drink and a snack. so it takes a bit to like get used to that, but I like the balls. If you like chewy foods, boba is great. If you don't like chewy foods, you might not like the balls in your mouth. Although they do have soft ones, and you can also sometimes sub out the balls for like little glass jellies. So those might be more up your alley. Their white peach or taro boba was good though. Yeah, taro is good. Taro is good. I just realized no blue on ASMR channel. What do you mean? No blue? No blue on ASMR channel. Oh, oh, okay. I know. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, sorry. Thank you for pointing that out. I did forget. There. Let me just quickly. There we go. Yeah, thank you for reminding me. I forgot. Yeah, because I have to manually add them to both channels. It should be now. Should be now. Unless I misclicked and modded someone else, in which case awkward. My diet is like 50% sugar, the rest is protein with a little fat. Understandable. I wish that was me. I wish that was me. My favorite cut of any meat is the really fatty bits. Although yesterday I did meet my match with a piece of that roast. I love balls in my mouth. Me too, Tama. Me too. There's a Taiwanese brand here that has special flavored boba like black sesame or pink cactus ones. You're eating cactuses? I have... My oldest son is a cactus. His name is Pinky. Because when we got him, he had a little pink flower stuck to his head. You're eating my son's relatives? That's really fucked up. That's really fucked up. Not Pinky. How could you? How could you do that? Starbucks got rid of the caramel ribbon crunch frappe, which was my favorite. Or maybe they didn't because of backlash. I don't really know. I've never been a Starbucks person. I did try it once or twice. I think I got like the what is it? Matcha latte. No, not matcha, sorry. Chai latte. And that was pretty good. But anything else I tried I found was just too sugary for me. Like, I do like sugary drinks, but there's also like too much. And the Starbucks drinks were too much for me, so I just never got it again after that. I prefer like Dunkin' and Tim's. Good morning, Firehall. How are you doing today? Sounds bad out of context. Many things sound bad out of context. If it was about the balls, I say that anyways. Too late, already has some evil now. Starbucks dinner likey. It's just not for me. Always served way too hot. Good morning, XOX. How are you doing this morning? I've calculated it before, and I can eat like 600 grams of carbs a day. And you only need 0.5 grams of fat per pound of body weight to maintain the relevant bodily functions. Are you trying to become like aerodynamic? Perfectly aerodynamic? I just wanted to convert to American. That's fair and valid. That's probably the best place for that. We have that in my country too. I love the grape pearls with the grape you call black tea. That sounds yummy. I'm kind of a basic bitch. I like brown sugar boba, or I like mango boba. Those are like my two favorites usually. Alright, just a second. I have one more item. Okay, hairbrush. Let me know if the sound is too intense. If it is, then we will just not use it. It doesn't look like it's going too loud, but this is a little awkward because I'm just using my own hair, so bear with me. Good morning, Renna. Doing good and new, first time here. Welcome. I hope you're having a good morning, nice and relaxing. Good morning, my rave. How are you doing this morning? This feels really cozy. I'm glad. I am very glad. Honestly, basic bitch boba is best. That's how I think. That's how I think. When you add too many ingredients, it gets a little confusing, and I don't like when they have a bunch of little things like floating in it. Like I tried an Oreo one once, and I wasn't a big fan of like the Oreo bits. Mango is amazing. I love mango. Sounds good, sounds good. Awesome. Apparently they didn't, despite announcing its removal. Chaos. That's what we love. That's what we love. One of the worst things about getting older is when they, like restaurants and grocery stores, get rid of the things you love. Especially when they're like regular menu items. For example, Dairy Queen. Dairy Queen, I think, was one of the things that got me into spicy food, because way back in the olden days, before we had electric vehicles, before we had, before we had iPads, probably before we even had iPods. No, maybe not that, I don't know. They had like some buffalo chicken strips, and they were so fucking good. I would get them after school sometimes, and oh my god, like I was like actually like a kid, like 8 years old or something, so they were pretty spicy to me at the time, but they just tasted so good. And it wasn't like a Frank's Red Hot sauce like you'd normally get when you order buffalo something or other, so I've never really been able to find the flavor again, except I kind of did. I don't know if they've changed it because I haven't ordered it since I got back, but there's like this barbecue restaurant that has buffalo wings, and whatever sauce they use tastes almost identical to the sauce from the buffalo chicken strips. So I don't know, maybe it's whatever it is, similar and delicious. Alright, let me move this water bottle over so I don't accidentally knock it over, and we will do the other side. Didn't remove your favorite frappe, man. I knew exactly what you meant, because I've been there before. Here, let me angle this to make it a bit easier. This mango gelato I made in the Ninja Creamery was so good. I love mango. Yeah, the grocery store got rid of my favorite low-calorie ice cream, and it made me upset. Not the low-calorie ice cream. All the ice... Sorry, there's too many high-calorie ice creams. You can't get rid of the low-calorie ones. Dairy Queen and spicy aren't two things I'd think would go together, but we don't have it here, so who knows. I mean, it generally doesn't. I don't know why that was on the menu. It was just delicious. Nick's Light Swedish ice cream, my beloved. Aww. And it was European, so it was probably really fucking good. I haven't been able to find my favorite flavor of dairy-free ice cream. Aww. Okay, pro tip, if they get rid of an item that's dairy-free, and you're lactose intolerant, you can buy these pills. I think they're just called Lactaid. And if you take one right before you start eating, it will like put like the digestive enzymes that you're missing in your stomach or whatever, so that you don't get like gassy or diarrhea or whatever. Good morning, Lomsy. How are you doing this morning? Personally, I mean, as a lactose intolerant person, I try not to rely on them because it's just kind of, I don't know, it just doesn't feel good to have to pop a pill before every meal, even if it's not like inherently harmful or anything. So yeah, I also prefer like dairy-free, but you know, when you're in a pinch and you want some ice cream, some good shit, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, right? It's cool. It is cool. Yeah, those help from what I heard. Yeah, I've tried them before and it worked. I didn't have any issues with it, at least. Like, as far as I know, it's literally just the things, helps us process the things that our bodies can't on their own. Now I have to just get Halo Top, and it's just okay. I've heard good things about Halo Top, but I'm also pretty sure it's like really expensive for what it is, so... Sometimes you just need a pint of ice cream and it cannot be avoided. Well, I mean, we're in like the warm weather season in at least half the world, so. Unfortunately, I haven't really been able to touch ice cream for like the past 2 weeks, because even though my doctor said I do not have gestational diabetes, she was just like, yeah, if you eat too much sugar, it'll make the baby grow real big real fast, and you don't want that, do you? I don't know if she made that up or not, but if she didn't, it scared me. It scared me into reducing my sugar intake greatly. So that's a good one. She knows that I do not want to be I do not want to be traumatized. She was correct. She got me. She did not make that up. Good to know. Okay, so good to know that I haven't been reducing the sugar for nothing. I will still have like a sugary treat every 2 to 3 days, but I try not to make it often because I already take an Ensure in the morning, which has some sugar in it, and my prenatal vitamins are also like coated in sugar, so I'm just like very careful. I'm not lactose intolerant, so I won't know. Must be nice. But you know what? Sometimes, even if you're not lactose intolerant, you develop it over time. So good luck. Good luck avoiding it forever, Tama. First the caffeine, now the sugar. How are you alive, girl? I ask myself that same question. Don't forget no sushi and alcohol too. Yeah, also that. I mean, I don't drink very often, so the alcohol is one thing, but the no sushi kills me. Like, I can eat some sushi and some seafood, like shellfish for the most part is fine. But I love my spicy tuna and spicy salmon rolls, and that hurts. That hurts me. That hurts me in the gonads. If 33 you can manage. Good luck. Best part is that legally I'm not allergic to milk, especially since I'm intolerant to a protein in milk, not the sugar. Oh, I haven't heard about that. Damn. I guess the lactate wouldn't help you then, huh? I've had a metric ton of casein recently, though. I didn't know that was a thing, I'm sorry. Oh man, no lactate? Damn. I don't know if there's a pill for that one or not. I've never heard of that. Sushi sounds good this weekend. Gee, thanks, Bean. Not having sushi, I'm sorry. I can have some sushi, but I try to stick to like the veggie sushi because I like that anyways, or like the shrimp sushi. As far as I know, shrimp is fine. So it's mostly just been, shrimp, vegetables, but that gets boring. It's just not as good. I like my raw fish. I don't think I can even eat like the smoked salmon sushi. Not my favorite, but like at least it's something, but I can't touch it, I don't think. Or maybe I can, and I was wrong and I've been cucking myself for nothing, I don't know. Better safe than sorry, though. It's rare and stupid. That's what I have to say about any food intolerance, frankly. Rare and stupid, fuck off. Let us enjoy life. I'm just happy I don't have like any food allergies or anything. Our doctor advised that if you have major cravings, one piece is fine. I wish my doctor said that. Good morning, Cryptic. How are you doing this morning? Not even eel? You know what? I think I looked it up and I think eel is fine. I think I might have actually gotten eel. I think you're right. I think I did have some eel. Randomly developing food allergy sucks. Developed an allergy to mangoes and fish last year. Oh my god, that sounds awful. I love mangoes and I love fish, and I would cry. Like we were just talking about how much I love mangoes. That would be so sad. I'm so sorry to hear that. As someone with an EpiPen, I feel this, Good morning, ellipses. That's what I'm gonna call you. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, that sounds horrifying. but we have pretty high food safety standards here. We have good ones where I live now, but not where I was originally advised on what I couldn't eat. So I don't know. Maybe it's different here. I think you already said good morning to me at the start of the stream. That's entirely possible. That's entirely possible. It's just, if I haven't seen your name in like 20 plus minutes, I'm probably just going to forget. I do my best. But I'm old. And also very hungry. Man, I'm looking forward to that pita pit. Yeah, no fish. That would be so sad. That would be so sad. I live in an area where, like, the sushi restaurants and stuff get their fish straight from, like, the fresh fishmongers. Like, that shit's so good. It is so fresh, so delicious. That would make me so sad. My family's the definition of stupid allergies. That sucks. That really sucks. Is it expensive though? Good question. Good question. Not really. I mean, some are. Like if you're getting lobster, then yeah. But if you're not getting lobster and you're just getting like fish, it's usually not that bad. I forget things all the time and it's so annoying. Literally me. Literally me. I have like a 2-second memory sometimes. If I couldn't have fish and chips, I would evaporate. That's a vibe. That's a vibe. We also have a very big like fried seafood industry here. So I'd be pretty sad too. Like the fried fish I could do without, but not without like the fried scallops and fried mussels and clams. Those are good. Those are delicious. 10 out of 10. Gotta have some fried clams with some tartar sauce. Delicious. 10 out of 10. Expensive, but I love having it. I'm not English and I would die if I can't have fish and chips. Relatable. I just want fish every day. That's expensive. That's expensive. Just make sure you're not eating the ones full of mercury. Fried mushrooms are absolutely awesome though. I've never had a fried mushroom, but I like garlic mushrooms. Those are yummy. I love having those with pasta. For some reason I dislike fish, not sushi though, if it's done right. It might be the types of fish. Or it might be like the smell of baking versus raw, because cooking fish can sometimes make them really smelly. The only thing I used to be allergic to was chlorine. That's inconvenient. That's really inconvenient. Imagine going to a swimming pool and finding out that way. I was going to my kitchen the other day and thought, when I get back to my PC, I gotta do this thing, and completely forgot in the maybe 3 seconds it took me to return. Oh, I do that too. The only allergy I know that I have is to cats. I love cats and I'm allergic to them, but that doesn't stop me from petting cats. I might sneeze and have a hard time breathing, but love them cats. Oh, yeah, my husband is also allergic, not just to cats, but to dogs. And unfortunately, they didn't know that when he was a kid. So they grew up with like cats and dogs. And so he didn't realize until he was an adult and moved out into like his own place that he was allergic to them. He just thought it was like normal to be stuffed up all the time. Yeah, he also loves cats and dogs, but all he can do now is just like admire them from afar. It's very sad. It's very sad. If he wasn't allergic, I think we would have gotten a kitty. Because he loves cats. Blister in their eye. Holy shit. It sucks. Yeah, it does suck. That is how you found out. Oh no. I hope it wasn't too bad. But it was probably pretty painful, huh? I already read that. Oopsies. Everyone's allergic to chlorine if there's enough of it, so understandable. Yeah, chemicals do be like that. Dogs and cats living together. I don't know if they were at the same time or not. I don't know if it was. It might have been separately. I was taking swimming lessons at the local community pool, and also why I cannot swim. I didn't know that. I'm so sorry, Percy. I'm so sorry, Percy. Good morning, Relax. How are you doing this morning? Anything in large enough quantities can hurt peeps. That's true. That's true. Well, my friend's cat that I'm taking care of swatted my Renna by accident. Was almost one shot. Holy shit. Holy shit. Okay, you gotta watch out. You gotta watch out for the claws and the paws. Chemicals are generally nasty, but chlorine is super bad. I haven't really done research on it. All I know is from when I was taking like swimming lessons at the local pool and stuff that it smells really strong, and I don't like that. Swatted with their tail, not paw. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, that's also concerning that your eye was almost swollen shut. Literally mustard gas. I did not know that. I am now paranoid. Thank you. What happens to him if he gets close to cats and dogs? He can be close to them. It's just he's allergic to like the dandruff and the fur, I think. So if he pats them, that's usually okay. The problem is if he forgets to wash his hands or doesn't wash them well enough, and then he like touches his face, because then he'll get like sneezy, or if he inhales the fur, he'll get like sneezy and what's the word? Like congestion, like difficulty breathing from congestion. And his eyes can get watery and stuff like that. Didn't know you had a husband. Congratulations. Thank you very much. We've been married quite a while, actually. we're not newlyweds or anything, but yeah, it's nice. It's nice. So no triathlon for me. Understandable. That's probably for the best. It's probably for the best. The only reason of asking that is because of Ghostbusters. Dogs and cats live together, my sister. I forgot about that movie. I haven't seen that in a very long time. Have some ear rubbing with the plushy ear on ear action. I've adored Ghostbusters for years. It's pretty iconic. Oh, there's this remix of a song from Ghostbusters. It's like shoot. Okay, wait. Let me find it. Because I don't want to mess it up because it's really good. I can't play it for you on stream because this is an ASMR stream. But I still want to find it. Okay, this is very awkward, but bear with me as I attempt to type. Where's the B? Getting there. Remix. Oh yeah, okay. It's called Bustin' Makes Me Feel Good. It's not what you think. I mean, it is, but it's not. Okay, let me just quickly. I think it's this one. Let me just listen to this. Never mind, not that one. This one? Okay, I think it's this one. Let me just listen to this for a second, though. I don't know if it was just quiet or immersion, but I completely forgot about the ASMR. I was just fine. That's good. That's good. That's how we like it. Busting ghosts off. Wait. Again, I can't play it on stream, but I am. Once I confirm that this is the correct song, I'm going to put it in both chats. I think it is. Because I try not to do much more than an hour of ASMR anyways, so I think that's how we'll send things off. I just need to confirm that it's the correct song. Just give me a moment here. Ghostbusters is a kid's movie, but isn't, and it's full of innuendos and shit. True. Someone I follow has that as their redeem. It's good. It's good. Okay, yeah. Oh, this is actually a remix of it. I didn't know there was a remix of it. Okay. You know what? Good enough. Good enough. Alright. Thank you everyone for joining me today. Please, listen to this amazing song and pretend that we are doing it as a raid. You will enjoy this song. It is the perfect way to finish this ASMR session, okay? Oh my god, there's like a rap and stuff. Okay. Well, you know what? Same idea. Same idea. You'll enjoy this one. Alright, thanks for watching everyone. See you guys on Monday. I still need to finish putting out my schedule, so I'll do that, and then I'll make the waiting rooms, and then hopefully by then I'll have some delicious pita pit. hopefully before then. So yeah, enjoy your weekends, enjoy your Fridays. Hope work isn't too tough if you're working, or hopefully you're not working, but you know how it be. Alright, good night. If you're tired, go get some sleep. If you're hungry, go get something to eat. If you're thirsty, go get something to drink. It's time for pita pit, bitch.